Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here. Welcome to our Final Fantasy 16 100% run. We're going to do all the side quests, all the hunts, everything the game has to offer, as well as this also serving as your intro and outro. So if you're liking this playthrough, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Check out everything else on the channel. Leave a like below. And without further ado, let's get right into some Final Fantasy 16. Thanks, guys.
A love story, perhaps?
I will not let them be forgotten. Cid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to
So
finally
many
speak with you.
quests.
My
Jeez.
name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Cid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry.
Should be an easy
So that
quest
my brothers
to
and
grab.
sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Cid, please, even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Badbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
We've been there.
Right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Okay. I don't think we've talked to Herman before.
Plains of Vida Grace have haunt.
Okay, so we have this other one to grab. We need to go down this way. But we gotta go down first. And then we have to move over. Oh. Let's loop around and grab that. This should be Torgal right here. There he is.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Cid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Cid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf. torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Where to then, Torgal?
Say what you
Okay, I have to talk to Tomes. Find out where this book is, then we'll talk to Torgal.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
No, I want to know.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnik, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But
Okay.
though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well.
Okay.
When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Okay, now I need to talk to, before I talk to Torgal, because that will likely take me out of the hideaway. Let's go talk to the, is that Otto? I think it is Otto. No, it's not. He's standing next to Otto, though.
Hundreds of leagues away. All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza. Or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Back again? Till next
I think
time.
not until I do that will that happen. Okay. Let's talk to Torgal and then we're out solving these side quests. All 12 of them, or how many there are.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Okay, it's everything here. Okay, start clearing this. Oh, our brother's here. Okay. Here you go, down on the beach. Get her back up. Okay.
It's still here. After all these years. Lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, Shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going.
So we can look at Rosaria. She's in remarkably good shape.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
That's a good quest. Okay.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
To the walk, we might as well just fast travel.
It's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. This should be enough.
Okay, is that it here? Okay. Rosaria is completely complete. Okay, let's do these two. One in each spot. And then the other one's the bearers. Come up around this way. I think what we're going to be able to do, well, you know what? I'm going to press on it. We're going to finish this today.
Time to fight.
Because I don't plan on starting Baldur's Gate 3 until later, so later on in the night. I think maybe by like 7 we can be done with this, with everything in the... Yeah, it should take about an hour to get all these side quests done.
Hopefully the registry's still here.
Okay.
Disposed of. Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. Forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery?
He's done says turned.
Time, I suppose. This place is cursed. Too slow. Too slow. Let's try.
Hit it with this. Shoot, we should kill him. Wow, okay. He's level 38. That's not gonna do it. Let's just throw everything at him.
It's over.
Odin works. Okay. Nothing I need. Okay, that's done. I'm not walking all the way back here, so let's just cut the running in half. refill it. Into that. I will say there comes a point where you're way too powerful in this game.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks? His interests were certainly varied.
Which is the first magic contested probably heard as a gift from the gods, indeed the title for which, okay. I'm gonna skim through this. If you want to read it, go ahead and just pause it. If you're on stream wise, you can read it slowly. Okay.
This is it.
That's interesting.
If what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Really? This is the...
Let's see, shall we?
We could just kill you with this. And the other ones, let's use Shiva. Should bring it back up to level 5. Whoops, I missed that second one. Should be dead there. On this pass. Okay. You can fight me now?
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait.
Oof, he's gone.
Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Okay. We have to go up and do this one. And that should be everything in here, I think.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by Akashic. I need to hurry.
Whoops, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't mean to do that. Meant to do that. Okay. I knew this would be a side quest or something.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the Wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet. But let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Okay, we're gonna be fighting something large in here. I know it.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer. I hope. Locked up tight.
The other side's open. I see you, Akashic. Okay.
So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Let's take it down then. I think that's the way we have to go. It's a Kuza.
Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
I mean, it's the Royalists. What do you expect?
They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I
Is it getting stronger?
Nothing but Akashic down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
Nice little chest. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here. That is the stairs up.
locked downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents and... it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid
Kind of harsh.
it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment. If we don't find any survivors, we've risked our lives for nothing.
So my guess, I need to go downstairs and unlock the lock that I had before. Nope, it unlocks the door on the other side. The main room.
Let's see what we can find down here. Survivor. And she sounds close.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. You must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Oh, of course. Okay, this is gonna get dicey. Come here, boy. He's a big boy. This one's blue. The other one was like, okay. Damn behemoth. Okay.
The beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Just as long as this one doesn't kill me. I need to get this up. This should stun it. Wow, this thing has a whole hell of a lot of health. Missed it. Hit you with that. This should hurt it pretty well.
It's over.
There it is. Okay. That's one down. At least that didn't summon whatever the hell it was that we fought the other one with, because that just sucked.
Finally.
It was an instant death spell.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
Must be Chadwick. That is not Chadwick.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave
I'm gonna
it
turn
to
off my
Chadwick
air.
before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
I mean, you didn't have a choice.
We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not.
I have other quests to... Well, nope.
I'll
That's
see
the
that she's
last
looked
quest
after
here.
From now on. It's the least I can do.
It's the last quest to Malud, I think. Yep. Okay, we'll turn in all the quests here while we're at it. There's like 3? 2 or 3?
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Hyde Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do 2 things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us.
I don't know what the scenery is.
We were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Hyde Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Huh? Okay, we can turn in the 2 or 3 we already... Okay. Now that's opened up. We might as well turn in this. And then all of the hunts have opened up. We should probably do the hunts first. Yes, turn this in.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Cid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may? The Bearer Registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush.
Yes.
All of Valisthea will know of our suffering, and in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
Okay. Where's the... Here's the stairwell. Okay, we've already grabbed the book for Vivian, so let's turn the book into Vivian. And then we will look at the... hunts. See what this reward is.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Continental acclaim. If the drunken galley captain I shared a tablet with last night is to be believed, word of your exploits has made its way across the sea to the great continent. What is more, she claims that there are those who would see you flourish. Herself being one such woman. Gareth. Okay. Genji gloves?
Best of luck out there, Sid.
The hell are Genji gloves? Increases damage to enemies dealt. How much? I have like 7,000. Let's just take the Genji gloves there. Yes, give her this book.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
I mean, he's not wrong.
But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the Bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the Hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended.
Okay.
But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Okay. But something else for the whole thing? Okay, so we already have another. Oh my god, we just unlocked another mission. The missives.
Truth is but a matter of belief.
I certainly don't disagree. Though I am surprised to hear that an organization such as there holds such enlightened opinions. They put the scholars of the university in Kanvar to shame.
Alas.
They shamed themselves in turn by bearing evidence of a truth they would rather mankind did not come to know. They may imagine themselves the protectors of the people, but ignorance is not bliss, no matter how fervently they wish it.
I do so enjoy our little chats. Clive.
Maybe she does have an she does have an
Here's the latest
update.
information I have.
There it goes.
Here you are.
Okay.
Thus ends
Now
today's
she's
lesson.
good. Okay, so where are these hunts at? Wailing Band. Where's the other one? I'm missing one, aren't I? There's Terminus. I speak Kuza. I think I saw that one. The Wailing Banshee, that Garnek, that's easy. And then there's two other ones, which is under new management needs to be done. Okay. Let's get the other side quest. The missives, it's just giving me more and more. I will say the instant you deal with Bahamut, there's so many side quests. Jeez. Okay, I find Hound. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now, but there's still a lot you have to learn about that Hound of yours. I step in front of a bloody raging behemoth of a man protecting you. But that don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes you just want someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of Koopa nuts. It will do good to remember that. Okay, Karen. Making amends. I am aware there are matters of greater import which demand your attention, but I should find yourself a moment at the division meaning shells I might ask a single favor concerning Dion. Okay.
It's usually me making demands of Harpocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Okay. Anything else here? Hippocrates will be over here, and then we'll have to go back out. We completed 3 only to unlock 3 more. There's still 2 more hunts we haven't unlocked yet.
I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Cid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons. His studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Is it 3? More in Waloed. Okay, that one's there. The other one is... I think one study was over here. Garnick. Yeah, it said near Garnick.